everybody, Amy White with Worthy Written Words. Today we are going to work on the He Is Not Here kit. It's going to be in Matthew chapter 28. But first, before we get into the scriptures, we're going to work with these cutouts that are in your kit because this is going to be a tip-in that we put inside. So what I'm going to do is there's going to be these three little sections of this tip-in. There's a front, a middle, and a back. This pull tab, I'm going to glue it on using these microdot. Any sort of craft tape will work, or adhesive. So I attach that to the pull, and this is going to be the middle part of our tip-in. And then the big square part is going to be the front part of our tip-in, and then there's a little piece in the back that's going to be the back of our tip-in. Now you have these 3D foam squares in your kit, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut them all in half right on the thing that they come on, and you're only going to need about 5 of these. So using these in half, we're going to make a little pathway for this pull tab to be guided along. So as we have it laid out where we want it, this is to kind of keep it so we know where we're going to put these 3D foam squares. I'm going to put the first one right on top of that pull tab, and I'm going to attach the tombstone to it, making sure that it's covering up the entire door. And this way, when you pull the pull tab, it will move the stone with it. You see how that works? And now we're going to use the rest of these 3D foam squares to line up a path for this pull tab to glide across. Now, as you do this, make sure you take note that this is a tip-in, which means we're going to be attaching it to the side of our margin. So if you take a look at the side of this tip-in, there is a line, and that line is where you're going to be bending it so that it will flip open so you can read the words underneath. So you may want to flip that and bend that first, and then that way you don't end up putting a 3D foam square right where it's going to bend. So I'm going to put one before the crease, and I'm going to use about 4 of these half 3D foam squares on each side. And this one on the back, you can see, is going to go on top of these 3D foam squares. So I'm putting the other part on the top of this cardstock cutout, again bending it so that I know where to not put the foam squares. And then I'm going to just attach this upside down. I'm going to flip it so that after I take the stickies off, you can see I just flipped it, then it will be attached and you'll have a pathway for that pull tab. And now you have a functioning little mechanism that allows you to pull the tombstone away. Next, we're going to use these stickers, and we're going to place the He Is Risen on the black empty door, and we're going to put it up high because we're going to put some flowers underneath that. And then I'm going to use the red flowers, and I'm going to put them in so that the big one is on the bottom left, crawling up the wall, and then there's going to be one above the door. Now we're going to start with the Not Here stickers first, and I'm just lightly placing them down until I figure out where I want them to go. Keep in mind the bend on the far left of your tip-in. You're going to want to have enough space to put the He Is above it and to the left of it before you do the Not Here. So I kind of have it so that the is above the not, and that's kind of how I spaced it out. But you can pull them up and move them around until you figure out where you want them, and as long as you do it pretty quickly, they should move. If you wait too long and then you try and pull them up, then it's going to be stuck and you'll probably rip them. Now we're going to actually put this tip-in inside of our New Testament, Matthew chapter 28, and we're going to do 1 through 10, and we're going to just highlight this whole section, and I'm highlighting it using a mild liner highlighter. You can use any kind of highlighter or marker that you want. Just try and make sure that it doesn't bleed through onto the other side. Now I'm going to use this double-sided craft tape, and I'm using this because it's a little bit stronger than just like microdots or photo splits. So you put this on, it's part of your kit, and then I'm going to stick it in my margin on the bottom left corner of the page. And then when that's there, because of the fold that we have, you can just open it up and you can see through the back side and see the words so that you're not covering anything up. Now I'm using some microdots, any sort of craft tape will work to attach the tab to the top of my page. I actually changed my mind later and I moved this over to the right side of the page. So if you like the way the final one looks, just do that instead of putting it on the left side of the page. I put the Victory Over Death tab label on. It's just a sticker. And then I use some washi tape to secure it even more. Now the last step is we are going to attach this cross page topper. It's just a cardstock cutout with some hot glue to this rectangle of felt. And then we're going to cut around the border of this topper and just cut off the excess felt. And then we're going to attach the paper clip to the back side of this by putting some hot glue on the small square, and then we're going to add the paper clip with both of the smileys facing down, and then I'm going to place it higher up on the back side so that when I attach it to my page I can slide it down so it's not sticking up so high. And we're finished. Be sure to follow along so you can stay up to date on all of our latest video releases. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!